Got us a little prep table action today. Sounds and feels like my fans are running. The coil's not froze up and it doesn't feel like it's cool. Got a true one fan motor. There's my knob for the thermostat. Oh, what the hell that is. Some kind of temperature reading of some sort. Let's get it pulled out and get behind there and see what the compressor's doing. There's your fans running. The coil's a little bit dirty. The filter's doing us a lot of good right there. Drain line's plugged up. Compressor's hot. Not extremely hot, but hot. Alright, so doesn't feel like it's running. Let's dig in a little further. We're gonna have to check our start components and the terminals on this compressor. I'd say the capacitor's bad. Big glob of crap right there, man. So it's pretty much exploded, it looks like. Let's go ahead and test it for shits and giggles. It's gonna be dead. You can't see it, but 1.7. I'm sure this is not a 1.7 MFD. 324 to 389. So she's obviously dead. Let's home out our compressor and then see if we can get start components. Start relay feels like it's moving around in there, but I like to go ahead as long as I have the ability. And just change all the start components with one. We're going to make sure our compressor's okay first. I think it was out on overload. I heard it click soon after I pulled the power. We do have a Tecumseh compressor, so should be able to get parts for it. Compressor is on out okay. We're at 6.6. On it. We got 5 point something. So missed my last two, but they were like 2.2, so whatever. Either way, home's out good. We're gonna let it cool off. Let's go see if we can get parts. This should be an easy call as everything else is running. We'll try to get that coil a little bit cleaner than it is. We'll clear out the drain and get the knob back on the thermostat and verify the thermostat works right. Go from there. We're back. Spray down my condenser. It's all surface stuff, so we're gonna get all our start components put in. I was able to get all of them, and get this guy back up and running and check our temperatures. Clean all this stuff up. Got all our start components on, secured, cover back on. We're gonna rinse this guy off just a little bit better, but clear our drain out lastly. See some crap in there. get that done and kick this guy on. Just a little bit of a crack up there. For the most part, refrigeration technologies, man. It's good stuff. Give it a shot. So I'm not doing anything with the temp controller at this point, even though that knob that I had doesn't even fit. They don't want to do anything with it. Let's see what we can work with what we got. At least they can't adjust it down that way, so we'll get it set, starting it 75 degrees. We'll let it come down to temp and then let them pile whatever they want in with it. There's my compressor. Clear the drain out. We've got a filter back in place where it's going to stop that grease from getting on the coil. Cold suction line. I don't like how all these wires are strung through there, but some hot going into the top of the condenser, and nice and cool coming out here, so everything feels normal. So once I clean everything up, we'll give it some time to come down to temp. $53 degrees. 66 and 69. I'm going to trust my probes more than them. We're just going to watch it. I got no frost or anything that's concerning. I'm rejecting heat. This is critically charged, so we're not putting gauges on this thing unless we have to. Compressor feels nice and cool. I think everything's going to be alright with it. These thermostats, the last thing you want to check, and they are embedded into the evaporator coil. So the first pull down is usually a little colder. Usually shuts off a little colder than the second or third time, because once it comes down to temp, that evaporator is a lot colder. So we're just going to watch it for a little while and let it satisfy and see where it shuts off at. Still looking pretty good. Like I said before, not seeing any frost or anything on the lines, which would indicate that there might be a refrigerant issue. Didn't really see anything crazy as far as oil or anything, so I think this guy's going to be alright. They said before it went down completely, it was holding temp. 36 degrees right now, so like I said, it seems like these with the embedded stats in the coils are usually the first pull down is a little bit lower than where they'll even out at, just because of the hot coil. Started off at 75 degrees or something, so we're just watching her and we're going to see where she cuts out at. If we need to make any adjustments, we can, and find out if that thermostat's still okay, or if maybe we need a thermostat. She dropped temp pretty quick, and this one's going to be alright. That's no bueno, so she's still running. Stat looks like crap. I'm going to go ahead and change it. Whether they like it or not, they're going to new stack this. I'm not leaving it like this. It should be shut off by now. She's still running too. A12 1560. Constant cut in at 39 degrees. We're going to add that on there, and at least they'll have a knob to adjust if they need to. Yeah, there it is. There's a greasy mess in here. You can tell that thing either replaced a long time ago or it's original, so we're going to find. Usually I like to just see how far it's shoved in there, so doesn't seem like it's far enough either. So I like to shove it down in there a little bit further if I can. But I'm not going to get video on it, but there is a little spot back in there. A little copper tube that runs down that coil. We'll get this thing installed and see what happens. So I've adjusted. They got a knob now. What I had to do, you all can see, how well you can see back in there. That copper tube has been pulled out of there. You can see that aluminum is my thermostat. There should be a copper tube that slides all the way back in there, and there's not. Not sure how the hell that happened, but basically I ran it down to here and embedded it in the coil, so that's going to work for now. We'll have to let them know they probably need a new evaporator, but that won't happen as long as this works. So we're going to get the temp where we want it. I'm set on number 3 right now. We'll see where that gets us. So she's coming down the temp now. Settled out on about 4.5 to 5. Went ahead and marked the stat because it's missing the back plate. But we'll talk to the customer, let them know what they got. All you guys that do refrigeration out there know how this goes. Nothing will get done as long as it works. So, but we'll recommend a few things and see what happens. I'm going to call this guy good for now. She has shut off a couple times. I've made a few adjustments and I'm down to about that 38-degree mark. So I'm going to probably settle and let it sit around 36 or so, and we'll call it good. So let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what to do. Leave a comment, hit it. See y'all on the next one.